Well, I started the video by accident, so I guess I'm starting. So today I was going to share with you about failures. And of course, I always set an intention before I usually start. And since I actually pushed the start button, I'll set the intention now. So my intention is I speak from my soul, I listen from my heart, my soul, I speak from my heart, my soul, and may what I say resonate with your heart and soul, especially for your heart and soul's expansion. And may it be all that is aligned for you, and may there be many millions of listeners to hear my message if it is aligned for them. So today I experimented with eyelashes, in case you're wondering what the heck is going on with her eyes. And usually I would rip it off and not share it. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I'll just leave it on. It's not a big deal. And so there you have it. That's what's going on with the lashes. They're a bit much, so I think this style is not for me. But at least now I know what I don't like. And because the one I had before, they're a little bit more subtle, and you can't always see it on the camera. And so I'm like, I'm going to go for really big, dramatic. And then I think this is a bit too much. And I think I put it on crooked. So it's not like, so it looks a little funny. It's because you have to line it just along the lash line, and if you don't, then it looks like an odd angle. And your glue has to be pretty good. This one is pretty neat, like the way they did it. So in case you're wondering, you're playing around with lashes, there's so much to learn. But tomorrow is Happy Chinese New Year, so I'm really excited. We went to the meditation center today, and I fell asleep during my meditation session. I was so tired, apparently, that I was snoring up a storm, and my mom had to nudge me a few times to tell me to stop making so much noise, and she asked me to wake up. And, I'm doing this book called Overcoming Under-Earning by, what is her name? I forgot her name. She's amazing. She's the daughter of H&R Richard Block, who's the creator of H&R Block, and she wrote this workbook that my life coach recommended to me, and and so much of your failures or so-called failures with your money mindset is based on the way you see money and the way you see your life. And if you're in charge of your money and you're in charge of how you're running your life, and so much of it still is dealing with your psyche, you can see how this could really affect you in a really negative way. And so I've gotten kind of sick over this weekend. I've been sharing my water bottle with Ava, and she has like this green snot. And I'm like, I'm not going to get sick. I had a hard workout, weightlifting workout on Friday, I want to say, and then I probably didn't get enough rest to fully recover from my body, and so today I'm like uber sore. And then I woke up early to go to the meditation center. I took a nap when I got home. I'm still not 100%. I keep coughing with all this phlegm and stuff. So a perfect way to end the year, and hopefully tomorrow will be grand. It will be great. And I got this, you get these red envelopes, and one of the red envelopes I got said that you have the power to create the life that you choose to create, and you have the power to live into it and manifest your destiny. You actually, it's in your hands if you choose to embrace it and you choose to have it be that way. And that's the theme of my life. I'm hearing my life coach tells me this, my certified astrologist tells me this, my a psychic I went to go see says this. I get a red envelope for Chinese New Year, and it says the same thing. So it's probably time for me to step into it. And I was doing some journaling around the book called Overcoming Under-Earning, and she asked things like, how do you view yourself now that you're in charge of carving out your own destiny when it comes to money, and your psyche is so affected, your money making ability is so affected by your psyche and how you see your ability to make money. Like, what are your thoughts about it? And I thought, man, I don't know what I think. I just think it kind of sucks, like, what is there to think? But you know, the other way to look at it is also like, okay, well, it might suck, or you can say, gosh, like I have all this power. I have this power to really choose how it goes. And if you do, what are you gonna do about it? Are you just gonna throw your hands up and say, you know what, I give up, it's fine, I'll just continue living the way I live, I'm just going to not ever break that ceiling of my money earning ability? Or will I decide enough is enough? You know, if the power lies within me and I get to choose how it's going to go, maybe it's time that I step up my game. Come here, Ava. Oh, this is my daughter, Ava. Say hi. Hi. She has a runny nose with green snot, hence that's how I possibly got sick. She's so sweet. My sweetie pie. My sweetie pie. Wanna hi? Hi. My mom just trimmed her bangs yesterday. They were getting in her eyes a little bit. But by the time to get her real haircut, her hair grows more on one side than the other, so she has an asymmetrical haircut. She got a lot of red envelopes today for Chinese New Year. So did my son, and they were so excited to go to the meditation center today to meet everybody. And there was this Reverie Bakery in Richardson made us this amazing cake, a tres leche cake. It was vegan, and it was phenomenal. And I think I'm going to order that next month for our work birthday cake. And it's just amazing. So, the moral of the story is you may fail at picking out your lashes. They may be a bit much. You may fail at looking at your past and how you saw money and how you could have seen money. And you may fail at the amount of money you make right now. And the good news is you get to choose how it goes. You get to choose if you're going to continue in that realm of failure or if you're going to shift it. If you're going to do something about it. You're like, okay, so what if I failed? What if I failed at the money-making part? What if I failed in believing in myself and my ability to make money? And if it is to be, it is up to me. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, Ava? Have you decided? What are you going to do? Oh, this is my dad's phone cover. So I have 3 cameras going at the same time. One's for Instagram story, one's for Facebook's live, and one is for YouTube. So, the power lies within you. It's in your hands. You get to choose how it goes. If you would like to have complete financial freedom, you can do it. If you like to continue living the way you live right now, that is ultimately your choice as well. If you choose to shift out of it, you choose to change your money mindset, and you choose to change the way you think about wealth and money and your ability to earn money and make money, that too is your power. So choose which one resonates most with you. Choose the one that means the most to you. Choose the one that you will step into to live your deeply freeing, fulfilling life. Right, Ava? So I'm going to go to bed now. And happy pre-Chinese New Year. And if you don't already know, I'm a life coach. I do life coaching for a living. I consult with my clients and I help them access an incredible version of themselves. Just like I have a life coach in my life for that. I do the same thing for my clients. And if you were like me and you know, like, it's not like there's anything wrong with your life, but it could be different. You know, like, I lived with a lot of suspicion about my husband, and I lived with a lot of arguments with my mom, and I lived with a lot of guilt about whether I was spending enough time with my kids. I lived with being unhappy at my 8 to 5 job, and I just lived with it. I just dealt with it. I thought that was just how life was supposed to go, and it's just how it was going to be until I retired and until my kids went to college and until I figured it out. And last year, something amazing happened. I went to Brendan Burchard's High Performance Academy, and I hired a life coach in my life. And I learned that, no, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be a life where you just settle for and you just live with. You actually have the power to choose. You actually have the power to shift and tune into the vibrational frequency, the channel that resonates in a deeply meaningful, profound way. It's like a different paradigm of living. And yes, it exists. And I can show you how you can access that power. I can show you how you can live into that life. And I shared a few days ago in like my video, so if you go back and listen to some older videos, it's the one about, I, for the first time in my life, had this phenomenal conversation with my husband where I wasn't defensive and I wasn't preconceived notion, prejudging, predicting, always trying to be right in the conversation. I just had a powerful conversation with my husband about life and money, and it was one where I was an equal, one where I wasn't holding back, and it was one of mutual respect. And I didn't have that before. I always held myself back. I always didn't share myself fully. I always thought if I shared myself fully as my husband, he would judge me and he wouldn't accept me, and that would be the end of that. And when I realized I wasn't sharing myself fully, when I was able to have a profound conversation with him and not be afraid of his judgment, is when I truly understood how powerful we could be if we would only shift into a different paradigm, if we would only shift into a different way of living. And there's no way, no earthly way I could have done that without having a life coach in my life. So, if you're ready to have profound conversations with the people you love, be fully self-expressed and not hold back, and live and shift into a different paradigm of an infinitely powerful you, your life where you are choosing to be happy, a life where you have deep fulfillment, a life where you have deeply profound conversations, a life where everything is utterly meaningful, then it sounds like you're ready for a life coach. It sounds like you're ready for me to enter your life. And if that is the case, catch up. So send me a note, send me an email. My contact information is all over my page. I have a YouTube channel, I have an Instagram channel, I have a Facebook channel, I have a website. Everything is called Soul Elevated Life. And let's chat for a few minutes. Let's interview each other. If you're local, let's have lunch or coffee together, and then let's see if we're a good fit for each other. Let's see if I'm for you and you're for me, and let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make 2019 amazing. One of the most profound, amazing years in your life, because you chose to invest in yourself. You chose to hire a doctor for your soul and your psyche to live a deeply fulfilling, joyful life. There's nothing wrong with your life right now. But what if you had something, you have access, what if you had access to your amazing self? The one you didn't even know existed. Who would say no to that, right? Exactly. So, again, happy pre-Chinese New Year. Happy pre-Lunar New Year. Sending you love, light, and infinite possibility. Here's to you living a soul elevated life. And I will see you tomorrow. Can you say bye, Ava?
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oops. I'm trying to end it.